The following is transcribed.
Welcome to the Bat-Supe Swell Prizes Saga, Reheated. The Bat-Supe Swell Prizes team has never been more careful, more meticulous in putting a swell prize into the hands of the masses. And they're not afraid to spell it out so everyone is on the same page. So let's grab those can openers for a swell prize featuring lots of safeguards, plenty of benevolence, and increased inventory galore! Giving away swell prizes is one thing. Encouraging kids to feel like they've earned them? Priceless. So where does Bat-Supe fit into this equation? Find out right after this important message.
A company seeking only to bring joy to children has once again brought nothing but pain to one family. Greetings, everyone. This is Scoop Digger from the Reciprocal News Anchor Desk with a special report.
First they said heat it on the stove, and then they said don't heat it on the stove. And now they're saying, no, it's fine, heat it on the stove. And now my wife has a broken nose. Something's got to be done.
That was one man's demand for action over the latest flap from a soup company who just can't seem to get out of its own way. The product in question, a newly re-released silicone lid for keeping a particular soup, Bat-Supe, fresh in the fridge. A previous incarnation caused an outbreak of kitchen fires across the country, causing more outrage for a company with a history of ill-conceived products, not the least of which involved the inadvertent creation of a death ray capable of impressive amounts of destruction. Now, another lawsuit is pending over the so-called new and improved Bat-Supe recap. The advertising for this product encouraged consumers to go ahead and reheat it on the stove with the lid on, as the product is essentially melt-proof.
Why, I bet you could even heat your soup right on the stove inside the can with this lid on, and it wouldn't budge. Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy, indeed. Unfortunately, when heated to the right temperature for the right amount of time, cans of Bat-Supe will build enough pressure to allow the lid to burst from the can. In at least one incident so far, a lid exploded into the face of a housewife, resulting in a broken nose. The family plans to sue the company for medical bills and emotional distress. We caught up with the lawyer for Bat-Supe Incorporated, Shecky Stedmeyer, and upon learning of this latest incident, he was quoted as saying,
No comment.
We'll have more on this story as it develops tonight at 6 o'clock. Until then, from the Reciprocal News Anchor Desk, I'm Scoop Digger.
Curtain. Music.
Surprises are great fun when it comes to birthdays, or Christmas, or even Valentine's Day. But they're not so great when, say, like when you're shopping for caskets at the funeral home and someone jumps out at you. No, sir. That's crossing a line, fellas and girls, and no decent Bat-Super would do it. Well, some surprises just aren't fun for anyone when you get right down to it, gang. That's why our latest swell prize, found inside specially marked cans of never nutritious, definitely delicious Bat-Supe, well, you know, those little sections of tailpipe from the Batmobile? Well, they've been cleaned and sanitized just as slick as you please, so there's no foreign material of any kind on them at all. And that means no surprises for all you clever, inquisitive kids out there who like to find ways of using our prizes that we didn't think about. See? No surprises for us either. Everybody wins, and everybody can relax and just enjoy this swell prize for what it is. A nice, innocent collectible. And it's only available from Bat-Supe. Available wherever fine podcasts are sold. Return to your homes. There's nothing to see here. Doing nice things for other people can take all kinds of forms, gang, like, say, volunteering to do the jobs that maybe nobody else wants to do. Right, Officer O'Flanagan? Volunteerism is the foundation of many a fine organization, like the Bat-Supers Club. And some of our young Bat-Supers have been doing some fine work at our local country club. That's right. Those boyos of mine from down to the community center banded together the other day and marched right down to the country club and volunteered to pick up golf balls from around the grounds. I've never been more proud. And as a special treat, the manager let him keep almost all of them. Say, that's mighty keen. See, gang, when you do good things for other people will do good things for you. Like your mom, for instance. It's thanks to her that you've got plenty of never nutritious, definitely delicious Bat-Supe ready to put into your bowl for lunch or dinner. So remember, like the Bat-Supers pledge says, always be good for Mom and Dad and your whole community. Join the Bat-Supers by sending in your filled-out form from right under the labels of Bat-Supe, available wherever fine podcasts are sold. No good deed ever goes unpunished. Swell treats come in all kinds of shapes and sizes, gang, like our newest Swell prize from Bat-Supe. Well, if you haven't heard by now, this time it's a real doozy. Gang, you know that Batman and Robin tool around in their mighty keen car, the Batmobile. Well, like all fine street machines, and really more so than most, the Batmobile needs special attention and upkeep. Oh, that's why we've been able to procure, that means get our hands on, a really swell prize for you. You see, because of all the bouncing and slamming and bamming the Batmobile takes on the road, well, there's a lot of undercarriage damage. And Batman can't just take his stuff to the dump like everybody else because it could be traced back to Wayne Industries. I mean Batman. Anyway, they store that stuff in a special part of the Batcave, and thanks to never nutritious, definitely delicious Bat-Supe, we've gotten our hands on more discarded Batmobile tailpipe than you could shake a batarang at. And we're passing that tailpipe on to you in specially marked cans of Bat-Supe. Look for it now wherever fine podcasts are sold. A good vocabulary is the key to smartnessism.
Vigilance, benevolence, and reciprocity. It sounds good in theory, but something's bound to go wrong sooner or later, and we'll be here when it does. In the meantime, it's time for our Bat-Supe Dessert Bite, where firewater and an old flame equals explosive action in Part 3 of The Molly K Matter. From yours truly, Johnny Dollar, as originally broadcast on October 12th, 1955.
From Hollywood, it's time now for Bob Bailey as
Johnny Dollar.
Guess who, Johnny?
Lou Tang.
When they told me you had called, my heart jumped and beat faster. It has been a long time.
Too long. Hey, look, I want to see you, Lou.
Where are you? They only gave me a phone number.
It's a waterfront bar, foot of Drum Street, Sailors Hangout.
Then I'll call a taxi.
No, wait there. I've got a drunk on my hands.
Well, get rid of him. Or of her.
Can't do it, honey. This is a valuable drunk. You wait. I'll get there as soon as I can. And look, will you do me a favor, Lou?
Anything you want, Johnny.
Well, there's a man named Benny Wong. I think he's been hiding out in Chinatown for the last 2 days. Can you find him for me?
So that is why you're here. The sinking of the Molly K.
That's right, Lou.
Too bad, Johnny. I'm sorry to hear that. Awfully sorry.
Tonight and every weekday night, Bob Bailey in the transcribed adventures of the man with the action-packed expense account, America's fabulous freelance insurance investigator.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. From Special Investigator Johnny Dollar, location San Francisco, to the Home Office, Marine and Maritime Casualty Limited, Hartford, Connecticut. Assignment, the Molly K Matter. Expense account continued. Item 5, $11 even. Drinks. Consumed by one Josiah Hawkins, able-bodied seaman. Last berth, ship's carpenter on the freighter Molly K. And Hawkins was scared half to death. So the fear worked against the liquor, and the drinks weren't doing much good.
Who was you talking to on the phone?
A friend.
You say anything about me? About me being with you?
Nope. How about another drink, Mr. Hawkins?
I had enough. What's the name of your friend, Mr. Dollar?
Oh, you wouldn't know her. Just a girl I know here in town.
No, a girl.
Mr. Hawkins, did Bill Mack have a girl?
Yes, he got himself engaged to a girl. I know what you're aiming at, Mr. Dollar. You're trying to play on my sympathy.
He was your friend.
That he was. One of the best.
And now he's dead. Drowned in the Pacific when the Molly K went down. Whoever sank her is responsible for his death. You can help me if you would.
It wouldn't bring him back. And I gotta think of myself.
You're in more danger before you talk than you'd be afterwards. The whole idea is to keep you from talking.
Huh? Sure, there's sense in that, all right.
Somebody shot at you out there on the docks, tried to kill you. You'll never be safe as long as they're running loose. Well, Mr. Hawkins?
The Molly K was sunk deliberate. We're sure of that, all of us that was aboard her. Things just wasn't right even before it happened.
What things?
Well, that fire, for one, 10 days ago, the first time we started out for Yokohama. Bill Mack was the one that discovered it.
Did Mack think the fire had been set?
That he did. He told the captain that. And you know what happened, Mr. Dollar?
What happened?
Captain Brawley knocked him down the bridge ladder. Told him to keep his mouth shut and not go around spreading wild rumors.
All right. The second time you sailed, what happened?
Well, as soon as we cleared the gate and headed out to sea, Bill and me was on watch. He had me cover for him while he sneaked down in the hold to see what he could find out. He still hadn't come back when it happened. I think you was right, Mr. Dollar, what you said at the hearing.
What do you mean?
We didn't hit no derelict. An explosion, that's what it was. In the bottom of the forward hold somewheres. I was on the bow deck right above it when it happened.
What about that Chinese steward? The one who got ashore and then disappeared. Did you notice anything special about him?
Benny Wong?
Yeah.
No. We was only a couple of hours out of port. I don't even remember seeing him. One thing, though, that seemed kind of funny at the time.
What was that?
The first mate done all the hiring for this trip, same as always, just one exception. Benny Wong was hired on by Captain Brawley himself.
Uh-huh.
And something else, Mr. Dollar. About Bill Mack being drowned. You was wrong about that.
Bill Mack is alive?
No, he was dead before the Molly K ever sunk.
What?
I went looking for him as soon as it happened. And I found him down on the lower boat deck, lying in a pool of blood. Somebody'd cut his throat. I'll have another drink now.
I sat there looking at him across the table, not saying anything. There was nothing I could say. Bill Mack had been his friend. I thought over what he just told me, tried to fit it in with what I already knew. It didn't add up to an answer yet, not quite, but it was close, and it was getting closer all the time.
Mr. Dollar, it's him.
Huh?
Captain Brawley over there. He just come in.
Yeah, he's seen us, too.
He's coming over this way. I gotta get out of here.
Sit down, Mr. Hawkins. He won't start anything.
You don't know him. You don't know how he is when he gets mad.
No, but it looks like I'm going to find out.
Well, Hawkins, seems like you're not very particular about the company you keep.
Neither am I, Captain. Pull up a chair.
What are you up to, Dollar? Offering him a bribe to testify against me?
Don't need to. There's enough against you already.
Yeah, there will be, more than likely, when you and them smart company lawyers get through. You insurance people are all alike. You're right there to collect when it's due you, but you squirm when it comes to paying off.
Well, now, that depends on the circumstances, Captain, and in this case, well, I wouldn't go spending that money yet if I were you.
That's what you've been telling them, huh?
When I've got anything to tell, I'll tell it to the court.
Yeah, along with anybody else you can turn against me. Like my own daughter, for instance. She even sneaked around and tried to turn her against me. Not that that took much doing. And Dean Sutton, owner of the cargo. But there's a limit to what a man will take, Dollar. And I took enough already. Now, you better quit pushing me. I'm warning you.
Are you? Well, take your warning and stick it where it'll do the most good. You've been trying to block every attempt I've made to get to the bottom of this thing. You've dragged your feet every step of the way deliberately.
Dollar, nobody talks to me like that.
Then it's time somebody did. I think you're in this thing right up to your big fat neck. And if you are, I'm going to pin it on you. Not just for swindling. If you were behind the sinking of the Molly K, I'm going to see to it that you stand trial for murder, too.
I warned you once.
Look out, Mr. Dollar.
Oh, no. All right, Captain. Learn it the hard way.
Watch out, he's grabbing the bottle.
No.
Come and get it, Dollar!
Sorry, the party's over right now. You better get out of here, Hawkins. He's not going to feel very friendly when he comes to.
You're the only man I ever seen stand up to him, Mr. Dollar.
There was one other one. Bill Mack. I left Captain Brawley lying there on the floor. They were throwing water on him when I walked out. I hadn't wanted the fight, but there'd been no choice. And it had given me one new fact to fit in. The captain's coat fell open when he hit the floor, and I saw he was packing a gun. Expense account, item 6, 80 cents. A taxi fare to Chinatown and a rendezvous with Lou Tang. Shanghai Lou. A strange woman, this one. Wise, shrewd, and alert. Hard and tough when she feels that way. Soft as a kitten when she feels that way. Her nationality, history, age, nothing certain about any of that. But there's one thing that is certain. She's the most beautiful woman I've ever known.
It is good to see you, Johnny. How long has it been?
Last year, Lou, in Paris. How could you forget?
I didn't forget. I only wanted to see if you had. Kiss me, Johnny.
Oh. I came here to talk business.
Oh, business. I don't feel like talking business.
Simmer down, baby.
Let's get married.
All right, but first
When?
let's tomorrow. Now, if
Why
you
not tonight?
It's too late. We'd have to wake somebody up.
Always problems, reasons. I don't think you even want to marry me.
Sure I do. I've been mad, too, for years.
Then why didn't you in Paris?
Lou, it's no time to go into that again. Look, I'm on a case, a rough one. And it's just possible that you may be mixed up in it.
Johnny, I did not sink the Molly K, so there you are. That takes care of the business. Let's get married.
Will you sit back down there? That does not take care of the business.
What more do you want to know?
Several things. Benny Wong, for instance.
That man you asked me about?
Yeah, they said he went down with the Molly K, but I found out different from one of the crew.
I have not found Benny yet, but I have people looking, so why don't you and I...
Lou, I've known you too long. You're not fooling me.
Fooling you?
The patter is good, but it's not covering the fact that you're bothered.
You've always bothered me, Johnny.
That's not it. How do you figure in this thing, Lou?
I don't really know what you mean by this thing, Johnny.
You had a pretty heavy stake in the Molly K. A $100,000 mortgage loaned to Captain Brawley.
A sound business deal, that's all. I have investments in many ships that sail out of San Francisco.
Ah, and of course the investment was covered by insurance.
Naturally. I made sure of that before I advanced the loan. Don't let the soft brown eyes fool you, Johnny. I'm a hard-headed businesswoman.
Yeah, I know.
It was a business deal, nothing else. Showed every chance of being a profitable voyage. He was carrying a cargo of wheat. The Tokyo grain market has been advancing steadily for 3 months. As to what happened, I don't know anything about it. I don't understand it. That's straight, Johnny. That's all I know.
What about this fella, Dean Sutton? Do you know him, Lou?
I've met him. I understand he's engaged to Captain Brawley's daughter. But beyond that... Pardon me a moment. I'll see who it is.
The visitor was a young Chinese lad. She stepped outside to talk to him, and I lit a cigarette and waited for her. I thought over what she'd said, tried to see behind it, and to decide whether to believe it or not. Lou Tang was not a person you could push. I stood up when she came back into the room.
You're not leaving, Johnny.
Yeah, I think I'd better.
Will you see me tomorrow?
You know I will.
What if I were mixed up in this? would you send me to jail?
You know the answer.
Yes. And you're the only man I know who would.
I'd be gentle about it, though.
I think you really would. You're sweet, Johnny. Awfully sweet.
I'm a doll.
I've made up my mind to take no part in this, to stay completely out of it. But I'm going to tell you something.
What do you mean?
That man who just came to the door, I've had him out looking for Benny Wong.
Has he found him?
Not yet. But he's found out something about him. Johnny, if the Malike was sunk on purpose, how do you think it was done?
By an explosion in the bottom of the fort hold.
Benny Wong was a demolition sergeant during World War II. He's rather well known as an expert on explosives.
Now, here's our star, Bob Bailey, to tell you about tomorrow's episode of this story.
Thanks. Tomorrow night, a double cross, a double play, and a lovely girl forces the jealous sea to give up its dead. Join us, won't you? Yours truly, Johnny Dollar.
Yours truly, Johnny Dollar, is transcribed in Hollywood. Written by Les Crutchfield, the entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. Be sure to join us tomorrow night, same time and station, for the next exciting episode of Yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Roy Rowan speaking.
Well, that'll wrap up this edition of the Bat-Supe Swell Prizes Saga, Reheated. Thanks for listening. Special thanks to the Bat-Supe players, featuring Pete Lutz and Larry Groby, for lending their talents to this week's episode. Be sure to listen next time, fellows and girls, as we'll see what happens next in the Batmobile tailpipe fiasco and bring you part 4 of the Molly K matter from yours truly, Johnny Dollar. Until then,
Truth is stranger than fiction. And this is the proof. This is Ripley's Believe It or Not.
In 1253, a band of conspirators in Görlitz, Germany, set out to kill the entire city council as they emerged from their midday meal. But one of the plotters warned the police. The town clock was set 7 minutes ahead, and as the criminals converged on City Hall 7 minutes early, they were disarmed. Later, the grateful council passed a law requiring the city to keep the town clock eternally 7 minutes fast as a memorial of their deliverance. Believe it or not.